Welcome everyone to the Wednesday Night Warriors, episode number 38. We are the Wednesday Night Warriors. I am Romeo and I'm joined by Chris G.
With Mary Jane.
And we, the Wednesday Night Warriors, we cover AEW Dynamite, WWE, NXT. We're going to talk about this Wednesday's episode, February 24th, 2021. Friendly reminder, please give us a thumbs up, share this video, retweet, like, comment, be a part of the conversation, subscribe to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel for all your wrestling content that you need. On this week's Wednesday Night Warriors, we've got a $1 Million Caveman going through $1 Million games. We've got a future WWE Hall of Famer joining the Wednesday Night War. We've got body bags and zip lines. We've got an old buck bleeding like a stuffed pig. And for all you WandaVision viewers, it was Adam Cole all along. And he killed Roderick Strong too. But first, we start with Stockholm Syndrome on NXT. Johnny Gargano versus Dexter Lumis. Stupid finish where Gargano and Candice try to encourage Austin Theory to use a steel chair on Dexter Lumis to help them. And he just stands there like an idiot, not doing it. He didn't want to piss off Dexter or something. Indy Hartwell also flirting with Dexter Lumis during this match. Dirty finish as Gargano gets put to sleep in 13:36. What is going on here? Later on in the show, Theory tells Johnny that Dexter Lumis is just misunderstood. Gargano loses it, rightfully so. Indy confirms that Dexter Lumis is hot. Johnny says Austin Theory is going to therapy. And I don't hate this as much as I did earlier. If the therapy leads to a funny bit, we shall see. We shall see. Austin Theory apparently has Stockholm Syndrome. He is empathized with his captor. What do you think of everything that's going on here, Chris?
Well, the Austin Theory nonsense, I don't know. I'm not getting it. I don't want to see it. Even though he plays the part good, I'm not feeling it. Indy falling in love with him though, just for some reason had me tickled. I kind of like that. But the match itself was just like, whatever. We've seen these guys before. The finish was stupid. Too many distractions. Just not a good way to open the NXT, I think.
That's weird that they have two separate angles with Indy and Austin involved with Dexter Lumis. I was thinking, maybe this could be a setup to lull Dexter Lumis in, but no, it doesn't make any sense because you just got Johnny Gargano choked off for no reason if that's the case. A wonderful video package on MSK. We learned a little bit more about them. They weren't obnoxious when they spoke, but they're viciously jumped by the Grizzled Young Veterans who are back. The tag title match that was supposed to be next week versus Lorcan and Birch probably seems on hold now because when Killian Dane and Drake Maverick face the Grizzled Young Veterans later on in NXT, Zach Gibson tells us Wes Lee has a broken hand. Ticket to Mayhem wins it for the GYV in 8:22. I thought that was okay. Not much expectations with that match. And then backstage afterwards, Alexander Wolf sees Killian Dane helping Drake Maverick. A little bit of a sanity reunion there. He wonders what happened to him. He used to be a monster.
The MSK stuff is cool because I think it should lead to a title match between the two. I think you could cool down on MSK for a little bit. They won the cup. People know them now. Just cool down. Grizzled Young Vets get their comeuppance. They get their fucking title shot. Maybe they get the belts, and then MSK can feud with them, and we can have a nice personal feud for the titles. I think that's a good way to book that program. I hope that's the direction they're going, but you never know with NXT. As for the match itself, it was all right for what it was. It wasn't nothing crazy, but it wasn't a terrible match. I still like the pairing of Dane and Drake, but Wolf telling them you used to be a monster and kind of like it's intriguing. Like, what if we see Killian Dane as another member of Imperium or fucking?
I fucking love that, man.
Right?
Do it.
Or even a placeholder until like maybe not necessarily a placeholder, but the fourth guy until Walter decides to come here whenever the fuck that is, So we'll see.
Tyler Rust with Malcolm Bivens versus Leon Ruff early on in the evening. Bivens snuck up on Ruff, getting cleared by the doctor to persuade him for a match. This was done very great, very funny, as Bivens just popped up out of nowhere. Just what was he in the doctor's office all damn day? Ruff makes his entrance, gets super kicked in the head during his entrance by Swerve. It looked beautiful. He got wasted, and then Swerve throws him crazily on the apron, and he takes him to the announce table. He tells the announcers he's tired of Leon getting handouts. I thought great heel shit by Swerve Scott. And Leon Ruff is fine in this role. He's fine in this role, getting beat up like this every week, being the ultimate underdog, as long as he's not, winning matches, I guess. I guess that's what I want to say. And Malcolm Bivens is great. He raises Tyler Rust's hand. Tyler Rust looks like a prick. I don't give a shit about Tyler Rust. I don't think he's a good actor. The faces he was putting on, it's like, but Malcolm Bivens is great. It's like I have to deal with Tyler Rust to get Malcolm Bivens on TV, but that's a tough sacrifice.
It's definitely a give or take, cause yeah, man, his fucking facials annoy me, but he has a good look, and I'm actually glad this match didn't happen, cause when I seen this fucking segment, I was laughing because Bivens is a creep, and it's great. But then I was like, damn, we're really going to have a match with these two in no time. But Swerve with the good heel shit. I'm happy to see Swerve have a prominent role or some type of role on NXT.
William Regal offers Zoe Stark a match versus Eo Shirai. And this is the kind of promotion that I need after just one day of work on the job. Zoe Stark gets a little promo time backstage, which is good. We don't know anything about her, really. But technical difficulties fuck it up. It's Stark versus Eo Shirai. I thought the beginning was a bit clunky. They didn't have good timing or transitions, but after a commercial break, the chemistry between them picked up. Eo wins with the moonsault in 11:49. They shake hands, they hug, and then Toni Storm's fine ass comes out talking trash. I thought she was a little decent here with her cadence and delivery on the microphone. Eo accepts a match. It'll be in 2 weeks.
Terrible time for fucking technical difficulty, which is not really that often. So, like a technical difficulty of that nature. So we can cut WWE some slack because their production is top notch. But as for the match itself, I thought it was good. It was a good showing for Zoe. I mean, she looks good. She looks like she knows what the fuck she's doing, you know? She doesn't look like she should have just been introduced into the wrestling universe, so to speak, because I don't really know much about her. But impressive. See what happens. Hopefully she has a character behind her, you know?
Cameron Grimes, hilariously, is watching Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, humiliate kids for money on his iPad. He offers up the famous basketball trick to a random guy backstage. However, Grimes cut the video off before he sees what Ted does. Ted kicks the ball away. So the guy easily dribbles it 10 times and wins $1,000. Grimes acknowledges his mistake, said he should have watched the whole video, and storms off with a vengeance towards Ted DiBiase. Later on, Grimes says he's figured it out. He asked some woman in the parking lot to dribble the ball. She asked, like the $1 Million Man? Yeah. Cameron Grimes, yeah, like the $1 Million Man. She stands up. She's taller than Cameron. Apparently, she's a WNBA player. I don't know her. She crosses Cameron Grimes as he tries to kick it. And she gets her 10 bounces, and Cameron Grimes loses another $1,000. He loses his shit at Ted DiBiase, who's not even there. Another Grimes segment on NXT where he is really angry. He's lost it. He's challenging some guy. The fucking sun is set at this time. He's challenging another guy to do it. And the guy starts dribbling, and Cameron punches him on the first dribble. Money can buy happiness. Ted DiBiase can kiss my grits. I thought these segments got better and better, and I am 100% down for the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, paying a visit to NXT. I know Virgil is pitching his services on Twitter. Cameron Grimes did not appreciate that. He kisses grits. What do you think of the Cameron Grimes on NXT?
Yeah, no fucking shot, Virgil. I get a better shot seeing a monkey's ass on a Wednesday. fucking guy. Ted DiBiase, you think you're smarter than me? Yo, just fucking good shit every single segment. I wish I was the first guy that won the 1,000, man. That would have been my stimmy. I could have used that.
Casey Casaro versus Xia Li. Xia steps on Casey's knee pretty viciously on the outside, looked good, and Casey sold it like a torn ACL. Xia drags her in the ring. The ref stops the match to protect Casey in 444. Kaden Carter afterwards is pissed off. She goes after Tian Sha instead of Xia Li. It was the one that did it. Xia kicks the shit out of Casey. I thought well done on Xia Li's behalf, and I thought Casey was good too, selling.
Let's start with what I don't like. The entrance, man. I still can't get over this fucking entrance. Stop gassing yourself up with fans and swords and shit, bro. Just do like 2 moves and that's it. Call it an entrance, and then
apparently a lot of people are loving it from what I've seen on Twitter.
I like the presentation. I'm just not a fan of the choreography, before getting into the ring. But that's just me. She looked good in the ring, though. I mean, I'm not a fan of the finish with the whole knee selling. I feel like we've seen worse, and they haven't stopped matches. You know what I mean? Like that. That was just a little. And then Kaden just trying to get to Xia, and then just like, fuck you. I'm gonna just go to the other chick. What are you doing? Just come on, bro. Like, who booked this shit, man? Good on Xia, but just everything else, man, just fucking felt weird.
Next week, it'll be Shayna Baszler Nia Jax versus Raquel and Dakota Kai. Shayna is seen laughing at how the women's division is just scraps from when she left. Shayna also says Raquel is perfect because Dakota now has a friend to take her to the hospital. I laughed. I am going to go with Nia and Shayna. I've seen Shayna just beat Dakota Kai's ass way too much, and I think that's going to be how the match ends.
I don't know. I feel like they're trying to do something big on NXT.
That's not what I'm rooting for. I want Dakota and Raquel to win. I just don't see it.
I think they're gonna win. I think Raquel's the X factor, where they're a viable tag team to get that win because she's just as strong as Nia, and she is more powerful than Shayna, even though Shayna's more technical than Dakota. But it's not the same Dakota, so the matchup there might be a totally different matchup than what we've seen in the past. So I think they're going to make the title switch. I think we're going to have tag team chances on NXT. And they'll float to the main roster, I think. I think they'll float to the main roster and make challenges too.
I hope you're right. You think Raquel pins Nia?
I think she pins Shayna. I think Vince said, no, got to protect Nia, pal. Shayna, you're taking the pin on this one.
That'd be nice to see her do her finisher. Like, I know Nia's a big girl. Probably do it off the top rope then instead of Shayna. And completely, and for once and for all, destroy her hole for good. Santos Escobar finally arrives to the arena in the vehicle with Mendoza and Wilde. Karrion Kross beats the shit out of Mendoza and Wilde in the parking lot. Kross and Santos, they're in street clothes, no DQ, street fight in the parking lot. Escobar enters a semi-truck and drops the door on Kross's shoulder. Looked great. Turns into a 3-on-1. They bring Kross into the CWC, and it's a long beatdown of Kross on his shoulder. I thought the beatdown here was way too long and not all that entertaining. But once Kross makes his comeback, that's when things got better. He destroys Wilde and Mendoza and delivers a Saito suplex on Escobar into the announce table. You see Scarlett having an orgasm at ringside. Very nice. And then he delivers another Saito suplex in the ring, and then tick-tock, time's up. Elbow to the back of Escobar's head for the win in 15-22. I liked it when they were outside in the parking lot. I liked the street fight aspect of it. I didn't like the long beatdown of Kross. That's what took me out of the match, but I think they picked it up towards the end. What you think?
There was cool spots in the parking lot area in the back. But yeah, too many brawls and like interference from these guys. He could have just easily just beat them up first or had them interfere later. Or I don't know, it just felt like a little too much, like you said. But then once they got back into the ring area, it really picked up. Suplex was crazy. These guys have good chemistry. I think Santos is a star. I think he proved that he can hang with anyone, given it doesn't matter his size. And then Kross looks like a monster, like always. This is a win-win situation. Just a great main event match.
This is the best you've seen Kross in a while?
He looked good. I mean, this was the longest we've seen him, and he was taking a few bumps into hard surfaces, and I mean,
His shoulder held up.
Yeah, he looked good. I'm a fan of his, so I'm a little biased, but I think he looked good. I think he's ready for bigger things.
NXT cheating here because Adam Cole does not talk until 10:01 p.m. when AEW Dynamite is already over to get some, viewers to switch over, see what's going on with Undisputed Era drama. They tell us Kyle O'Reilly's out 4 to 6 weeks due to Cole's attack, a herniated disc. And Cole on the mic said he's so sorry for a stupid mistake. He'll do whatever it takes to fix this. Roderick Strong comes out pissed off. He's not buying it. Says he doesn't know if he could save Cole from what Kyle O'Reilly's going to do to him when he's ready. Finn Balor enters and shoves Strong out of the way, attacks Cole. And then Strong attacks Balor for shoving him. Cole then gets clotheslined in the ring by Strong and looks in shock at it. Cole gets emotional, saying it's all his fault. Strong apologizes. They have a moment. They embrace. You're my brother. I love you. They have a bro hug. And then Cole low blows Roderick Strong. Says, you're stupid. Rips his dog tags from his neck. And then gives a super kick. I thought this was awesome. And I'm wondering, where is this leading? Fatal 5-way around Mania week with Cole, Strong, Balor, O'Reilly, and Dunn. I loved it though. But this is, we called the last week's episode End of an Era, but this is just the cherry on top. Now it's really an End of an Era.
I still hope it leads to an eventual implosion into a Phoenix, and it rises from the ashes, and we have a Undisputed Era.
If it does, it's going to be Finn Balor the leader, not Adam Cole.
Well, I mean, I've had mixed feelings about that, but if it happens, if we cross that bridge, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But I like this. I really did like it. Cole being a piece of shit is the best Cole. So I'm here for it.
And what a piece of shit he is. Oh.
Yeah. And him and Roddy could hold down the fort until, they're going to bring Kyle back. Then you could have Kyle in there. Then eventually Bobby Fish comes back. What side is he going to be on? So a lot of intrigue around there. And fuck NXT, man. Put this in be a man. Be a man, NXT. Put this in 1050. Put this on at 1050.
They had that shit planned going to 10:08. And it was like, we're going to get those AEW guys to switch over as soon as they're done watching Phoenix and Archer. Match of the night, for me, Zoe versus Eo.
Even though the first half of the street fight was a little convoluted, I guess, for lack of a better term, it's still my match of the night. I liked it.
My MVP, I'm giving him out again. I got 3. Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Cameron Grimes.
Oh, this one's tough. I'm going to give it to Kross. It to Kross. Yeah.
And my jabroni, very easy. Leon Ruff.
Yeah, you can go there. I'm going to go with Caden for not hitting the person that just hurt your homie.
Respectable. I respect that. AEW Dynamite. We start with Mox versus Ryan Nemeth. Not much to talk about here, of course. Squash. Let's talk about the promo after from Moxley. Wow. I wrote down his full quote because it was awesome. For him, he is addicted to it, to the feeling of coming out here with blood, sweat, and tears, laying his soul bare every night. He can't get enough of it. So the thought and idea of the exploding barbed wire death match is too attractive. Win, lose, or draw, everybody in the building and at home will know that when it's all said and done, he gave us everything he has, and if this is one way to go out, this seems like a hell of a way. Very, very suicidal promo, but I loved it.
Yeah, man, just good shit from Mox. He just continues to. How you cut it like a white meat baby face promo, and it's popping, but you're not a white meat baby face. Like, he's the only one that can make it work. I can't think of anybody else that can make it work. Good shit, and I think it's kind of foreshadowing because I think that he's probably going to take some time off. I'm pretty sure the baby's going to be due soon. So.
And then we have the Paul White news. The Big Show is signing a contract with AEW to be a commentator for their YouTube show on Monday, new YouTube show called Elevation. And in his contract, he could also wrestle if he wants to. I have zero fucking interest in seeing Paul White wrestle. I'm glad he's got a job. I'm glad he's getting money to commentate all he wants. Unless he's throwing Marco Stunt's ass around. That'd be a great match. That's a dream match for me. Dream match. What do you think of Paul White in AEW?
A shocker, for sure. But I think it's a good thing. Obviously, one of the best big men ever, giants ever. So he has a lot to offer in terms of mentorship for big guys in AEW, which they have an abundance of, I think. So he's good in that aspect. And I think wrestling, he's in good shape. He could put on a decent match with another big guy or with a small guy every once in a while. You don't have him wrestle every week. You don't got to show up every dark. Just fucking let him rock on commentary and let him have a feud here and there. Make these big guys, get the rub. You don't think a Paul White rub is good? You don't think that's a good rub for a big guy?
That's what she said.
Oh my god. Oh.
I don't want Paul White rubbing on me. Brian Cage, Ricky Starks versus the Varsity Blondes. As usual, Griff Garrison. Who the fuck is Griff Garrison? His hot tag was awesome. Amazing athleticism. In the air over the top rope. I thought Starks was good here selling. Cage wins with the drill claw on Pillman in 9-12.
Yeah, I like the match. I think Pillman's good too, but Griff Garrison, who the fuck is Griff Garrison? We learned who the fuck Griff Garrison is. Not that bad, man. So, yeah, I like it.
My favorite part of Dynamite. We get a black and white video of Sting driving in the desert, dragging a body bag. Sting opens up the body bag, and Darby Allin's in it, of course, with his title. He smiles, very creepy, because we never see him smile, but I thought it was cool. The arena goes dark. While the snow is falling, Sting is here. He's got a body bag. Inside the body bag is Hook, Taz's son, who was supposed to be waiting in the parking lot, ready to take Team Taz to the bar. Taz on commentary is pissed. Darby zip lines in from the rafters. Very, very Sting of him. Very Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 12 of him. He attacks Cage and Starks with his skateboard. Sting attacks Cage in the corner. Sting gets physical. Stinger splash. Scorpion death drop. Cool segment. Wonderful segment. I love this segment. Despite Sting gasping for air in the end. Well, he's 65 years old. You have to expect that. Stop being a dick, Romeo. What do you think, Chris?
He was the adrenaline was pumping. His heart was racing a little bit, but he looked good. He looked good for somebody his age moving in there. I'm all for the Sting nostalgia, man. This shit was great, though. The segment itself, it's like, obviously we knew it was Darby in the body bag in the segment. But I'm like, this motherfucker Sting he's really driving him. Knowing Darby Allin, he is really driving him in a body bag. He's like, yeah, it's cool, bro. Just go 10 miles per hour. We're straight. And then bringing out Hook. Well done.
Brandon Cutler wearing a dragon mask in his entrance. Not cool. What is his gimmick besides being a fucking loser? How has he earned the right to wear a dragon mask? Even Dominic...
Dungeons and Dragons, bro. Dungeons and Dragons.
It's fucking...
That's his thing.
Even Dominic Mysterio, who is the son of the greatest luchador of all time, won't wear a cool fucking mask until he's earned it. What has Brandon Cutler earned besides a handout from the Young Bucks to work with them?
He didn't wrestle with the mask, though. He just brought it out for his entrance. It's totally different. Different parameters.
You don't get to be cool like that. You have to earn it. You don't get to say this. You don't get to self-proclaim that you're cool. You have to earn being cool. Brandon Cutler pisses me off. Thankfully, he's squashed by Jake Hager in 3:11. Who cares about this match? The story is after the match. When the Inner Circle has to fight off the Young Bucks, MJF and Jericho are backstage. They get the Young Bucks' attention. They've bloodied their father, Papa Buck. They throw his ass into pictures of the Young Bucks on a truck so he can rub his hand with ketchup on their faces. They escape as the Young Bucks check on their dad and eventually load him in an ambulance. The Good Brothers are there to leave with Nick and take Papa Buck to the hospital. I don't know why Matt stood behind.
Matt had to stay back because he's an EVP. You can't have all your EVPs leave. So he took the L. He said, I'll see you guys there. There's no room for me. The Good Brothers.
That's right. Cody's injured. Kenny Omega is out welding. Who am I missing here?
Fucking, it was. I liked it. I don't know. I can't explain it. I like the attempt. It could have been executed better, but I like the attempt. And you brought in Papa Buck. Why not?
I'll explain why I don't like it.
Get some color. Oh yeah, I know why you don't like it. Go ahead, so I can rip that shit.
First of all, I forgot to say, blood and guts. Even though it's ketchup, I still have to call it what it's supposed to look like. A bit over the top and not needed in this angle whatsoever. You could have had the same exact heat without having the Crimson Mask. The MJF and Jericho beating up Papa Buck, you get to the same destination without the blood. And why I say without the blood is for a specific reason. You have an exploding barbed wire death match coming. Save the blood visuals for that. There better be, because you did this as a viewer, I better see first degree burns, detached limbs, maybe even an eyeball hanging out, even though I saw that in WWE, at Revolution between Omega and Moxley. It better not just be bloody faces, because I've already seen that with Papa Buck, and he's 55 years old. And you know what? I don't even like Papa Buck being involved in this angle. You got MJF and Jericho. They could get heat on their own just talking on the mic. Why is the dad being involved here? Not needed. And by the way, a horrible, I know he's a civilian, a horrible actor. He's there bloodied, and he looks like he's being possessed by a ghost. What the fuck is that? Like, you would have, he just got beat up. And it looks like he's possessed by a ghost. The storyline sucks.
They wanted to make this feel personal. You can make both feuds feel personal. That is the fucking MO. We've been watching Dynamite for how long? There's blood and guts, pal. That's what happens in this company. Fuck it. I'm here for it. Alright? Papa, when was the last time on TV you seen... Oh, well, when was the last time we see Vince Blade?
Probably when Kevin Owens had butted him, I think. Or fucked him up.
Technically, he's the father. Technically, he's the father of an EVP. So when was the last time we seen the father of an EVP get color on TV?
I don't want to hear it, Chris. I don't want to hear it.
I like it. And for the death match, you don't need fucking limbs flying. That's part of the match. It's exploding. You're gonna get explosions. Exploding death match. It's totally different. This is for the most prestigious title in the company.
Better be set on fire. Something. Oh my God. If you're gonna do this a week and a half before, come on. I want to see some comments. I want to see some people agreeing with Romeo. Romeo, you're right. These guys are out of control. They don't know what they're doing. You're a better booker than Tony Khan. I want to see some of that in the comments. The final... By the way, congrats to Tony Khan winning Booker/Promoter of the Year. Wrestling Observer newsletter. Basically, anyone in AEW won something in the Wrestling Observer newsletter year-end awards. The final build-up for Shaq and Jade versus Cody and Red Velvet is a video package. Not much else. We see they show Jade doing a pump kick and a gorilla press slam. Finally, some in-ring action, like we asked. Shaq is cheering on. My prediction. By the way, I saw Inside the NBA on Thursday. Shaq made zero fucking mentions about this match that is coming up on Wednesday. What the hell, Shaq? What the hell are we paying you for? want to say it once, remind the viewers that are watching. My prediction is Jade wins with a pin on Red Velvet. What do you think?
I think the same, but Shaq got time. He got another week, man. He's gonna promote it.
No, because the show's on Wednesday, and isn't he only on the Thursday show, or is he on the Tuesday show too?
I don't know. He'll promote it somehow, some way. It's fucking Shaq.
Fucking better.
You know he's gonna promote it.
It sounds like he's shacked a fool to me.
I hope not. But you know what I think we are gonna see? Maybe not. Well, it's Paul White.
It has zero fucking ring to it.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Well,
Jesus.
I used to be Big Show.
Isaiah Cassidy versus Hangman Page. TH2 and Matt Hardy at ringside to help Isaiah. Silva and Reynolds come down. They get Matt Hardy kicked out. Hangman wins with a Deadeye, which I liked. You don't always have to win with the Buckshot Lariat. Decent match. 13 minutes, 23 seconds. Matt Hardy afterwards says he's going to hurt every member of the Dark Order that Hangman loves, and he starts by throwing number 5. I forgot what his actual name is. Off the stage into a table.
5 sold it like a chant. Alan Angels. That's his name. Alan Angels.
Good bump.
But, yeah. I really enjoyed the match, though.
Nyla Rose, no Vicky Guerrero, versus Britt Baker, semifinal AEW Women's Eliminator Tournament. Nyla wins. She has to do 2 Beast Bombs to win, 12:39. I thought they were very good near falls towards the end. I personally don't like the booking. I think Britt Baker should be above Nyla Rose at this point.
Yeah, the match took off like the second half of the match started picking up, and it ended up being a decent match. But the first half, there was a point where Britt Baker had like a mini temper tantrum, started throwing shit in the stage area. I think that was a shoot because she deserves better. She shouldn't be fucking losing at this point. You know what I mean? There's no reason why she should be losing, honestly.
And by the way, she was well outside of the ring for more than 10 seconds. The referee was a very slow time.
Yeah. Holy shit. He was... What?
He was rooting for Britt.
Yeah, he was getting paid on the table. She's doing his dental for free.
For sure.
She's one of the more entertaining females on AEW. I think she deserves better.
Next week, it'll be FTR and Tully Blanchard versus Jurassic Express. All 3 of them. Who you got? And who do you got making the pin? You know what I'm going to say Tully pins Marco Stunt. Yeah. That's what I want to say.
Fuck. I'm going to go with Lucha. Just for the sake of being on the opposite side of you. I'm gonna go with Jungle Express.
Yeah, you got to make up some ground. You know, you're 2 picks behind me now. I don't know if you know. Man, you hate to see it.
Damn, bro.
Lance Archer versus Fenix. The winner enters the Face of the Revolution ladder match at Revolution. A lot of bumping and high flying by Fenix early, all over Archer. Very good athletic shit. And then Tony Schiavone ruins it by calling it an early match of the year contender. Well, we didn't even see anything yet when he fucking said this. Spanish Fly by Fenix on Archer off the top rope, executed beautifully by both. Archer wins with the blackout though in 17:32. Archer then picks up Fenix and fist bumps him. That was cool. I personally rather see Fenix get the spot in the ladder match, but that's okay. It's much less of a problem here than the Nyla Baker stuff.
Honestly, I'm a fan of both guys, so I could have gone either way, but I really enjoyed the match. They have good chemistry. It's like one of those good Clash of Styles. You got the big man that's strong, and you got the other guy just perfect compliment. Like he compliments him so perfect, you could fly and flop all over for him. So it made Lance look strong, but of course Fenix, he got the innovative offense. Always, you always have to watch a Fenix match because you don't know what the fuck you're gonna see, at any given time. So
it seems like he's getting better and better.
He slipped up a few times, like minor. He recovered quick, and you could barely notice him. But
I kind of don't want to see him with Penta anymore. Now the Penta's returning at Revolution. I want to see Fenix just on his own. Let him go. Strap the rocket. Let him go.
I'd rather see both of them on their own, honestly. So
Match of the night. That's my match of the night. Is that yours?
yeah.
MVP. I am also handing them out on AEW. Sting, Darby Allin, and Jon Moxley for that promo.
All good choices. I am gonna go with Rey Fenix because even though he took the L, he looked fucking spectacular.
And my jabronis of the night, Ryan Nemeth, why the fuck did you even show up? And Papa Buck for the horrible acting job.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go with Brandon Cutler for coming out with that fucking dragon mask.
Oh shit, how did I forget him? Brandon Cutler. Well, not complaining I did. I forgot to fucking put him. The ratings war. What do you think? Guess. AEW wins their 60th win. They got 831,000 viewers. They're up 84,000. NXT, 734,000 viewers. They're also up 21,000. So good week for both shows, at least going up. On the Wednesday Night Warriors scoreboard, it is AEW 27-8 with one tie. Last week, you True Heels on the group page on the poll, you narrowly picked AEW by a 14-13 vote. This week, me and Chris will tell you what was the better show of the week. I'll start with you, Chris.
Yeah, I'm going AEW. NXT didn't cut it for me this week. Even though they had a dope main event, the last 30, 40 minutes of the show was cool.
For me, NXT didn't deliver in the ring much, but I saw a lot of good character development with Grimes, Zaya, Undisputed Era. AEW, better in-ring action, and the match of the night. The Sting Darby, loved it. I thought the Undisputed Era stuff, though, was the best part of either show, but it took place from 10:01 to 10:08. AEW, barely the better show. Again, when it's close, I pick up NXT, but NXT didn't deserve this week. AEW. So we'll ask you at True Heels, the Facebook group. We'll put the poll up. You guys vote. Maybe you guys feel differently. You guys are always full of surprises. We appreciate that about you. Also, let us know in the comments what you think of our opinions. Chris, where can everyone find you if they like you and want to follow you and learn more about you?
You can find me at True Heel Chris G. You could also find me here, of course, on Wednesday Night Warriors. Blunt Impact and Joints and Jabronis with my man, the 3-time baby making champion Ness. We form the Pie Heels, and of course, everywhere else on the YouTube channel, True Heel Heat, baby, we here. And you can hear us on True Toxicity.
And you can follow me, the Pride of NY, on Twitter and Instagram, right here on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. I do another show called True Rewind, where we cover the Monday Night War, Raw versus Nitro. Check that out. So, for Chris G, his co-host Mary Jane, I am Romeo and Colombia. Thank you for watching the Wednesday Night Warriors. We'll see you next week, episode 39, AEW Dynamite Crossroads. Whoa! WWE NXT. We may have a special guest. Stay tuned. We'll see you next time, Wednesday Night Warriors. Thank you for watching. Peace.